Welcome to Deep Talk, Diplomatic Talk. Diplomatic Talk is a program which is designed to provide a window for professionals in international affairs, ambassadors, high-ranking officials, scholars, businessmen, to talk about international issues. Today, we are privileged indeed to have with us Her Excellency Ambassador Jocelyn Batoon-Garcia, Ambassador of the Philippines to Thailand. Ambassador, thank you very much for giving us time to the RSU TV Diplomatic Talk. Ambassador, how long have you been in Thailand?
First, I'd like to thank you for taking your time out for this talk with you, Dr. Somkiati. I've been in Thailand for a year and 2 months.
And you were ambassador before, I think. I read your CV.
Yes.
Very interesting. You have got a lot of experience abroad as ambassador and also at home. Could you tell us a little bit more?
Well, before I came to Thailand, I was the Philippine ambassador to Venezuela. I was there for 3.5 years.
And before that, you were also...
before that, I was in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. My last position there was as director of the Foreign Service Institute.
Okay.
Before that, I was the assistant secretary in charge of personnel management. And before that, I was in Washington, D.C.
Various interesting positions. Ambassadors, did you have an experience with Thailand before you came here?
Well, not for work, really. I had come here as a tourist in the 80s. I also came for several conferences over the years, and I must say Bangkok has changed. So Thailand here, is something, in a way, you are acquainted with, we are both fellow ASEAN members, and you have been here over a year. How do you see it? That is beat your expectation? Did you expect anything different, or how is it? Living in Bangkok?
Living in Bangkok.
Living in Bangkok.
And, a position here. What is it like? Now to be just like another Bangkokian now.
Well, now I'm a Bangkokian. I take the tuk-tuk. I take the BTS and the subway and the Klong boat. As a matter of fact, I was on a Klong boat yesterday with some guests.
From where to where?
From Sapan Taksin to Wat Arun.
That's nice.
I've enjoyed my stay here. The 1.5 years has been very interesting. I walk around a lot. I like to see the beautiful temples, the museum, and I have visited about, let's say about 30 provinces in
that's
Thailand.
Nice.
And I've enjoyed every moment of it. The last place I went to visit was Ariyapruchya.
That's right.
All
Did you
the way
go
to
over
Cambodia.
to Cambodia?
Oh yes, I had to go and see the Wats on the other side.
Okay. Angkor Wat.
Yes, I had gone all the way down to Songkhla and to Chiang Rai and Chiang Mai. So I have seen, I think, the various geographical configurations of Thailand. And it's been wonderful. The plateau up in the northeast, in the Isan region, the mountains. The last doi I went to was Doi Intanon. Very close to the highest point.
That's right. It's supposed to be the highest point. And also, did you go to the Wat up there on top?
No, unfortunately no. But what I did go and see was the observatory.
Okay.
I went to see the observatory.
That's
right. I understand the second biggest observatory in Asia.
That's right.
So I have to congratulate
your astronomical agency for having come up with such a beautiful facility. I've really enjoyed my stay in Bangkok. It's been quite an experience. I love the food. I've always liked Thai food. So, but now I always have to say, pet nit noi.
Pet nit noi. So when you say pet nit noi, in my experience, sometimes they don't know pet nit noi, probably too spicy for you perhaps. Or you say, no chili at all.
But then it wouldn't be Thai.
Okay.
So you have to have a little chili.
Chili, okay. So what sort of food you like, Thai food?
Well, I
Som tam.
like som tam and tom yum.
Tom yum goong.
Goon. And last night I had sticky rice with durian and tom krab. The red jelly with the chestnuts. I like those a lot. But actually, even better are the Thai fruits. The longan here is so sweet. It is.
Longan.
The longan is very sweet. The lanzones is also very sweet. Well, we call it lanzones. I think you have a different name for it.
What was it?
Lanzones, the one that looks like a longan also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rambutan.
Rambutan is nice. I like rambutan.
Mango. You have mangoes?
Yeah, we have mango in the Philippines, but you see,
Very nice also.
the mango is very nice. The Thai mango is very sweet. But I'm a Filipino. I like it a little sweet and a little sour, that mixture. But the Thai mango, I think, is best with sticky rice.
That's right.
Although in the Philippines we also have mango with sticky rice.
The
But
same.
our sticky rice comes in a what we call suman. And suman is sticky rice wrapped in palm leaves.
Okay.
Yes. So it's slightly different. And we do not put coconut with the sticky rice.
I was told by the Indonesian ambassador also that Indonesia they also have mango with sticky rice. So must be some sort of shared culture.
Yes.
The people in this area.
But they all taste different.
Yeah.
They all
taste different.
Yes.
Peculiarity
Yes.
of the region. All very nice. Just to conclude this session, Ambassador, we would like to ask you a little bit. Do you also like cooking?
I'll be honest with you. I try to cook.
Okay. Next session, we will be talking about her activity in Thailand, official activities. Don't go away. Stay with us. Ambassadors, you are ambassador here. What sort of activity that you do, as ambassador? In particular, as a lady ambassador also.
As ambassador here, actually I have two roles. I am ambassador to the Kingdom of Thailand, and I am also permanent representative to the UN.
Okay.
So my role here as ambassador to Thailand is to promote good bilateral relations between our two countries, to promote cultural exchanges and tourism of Thai people to the Philippines, and investments by companies from Thailand to the Philippines and vice versa, from the Philippines to Thailand. I do quite a lot of activities connected to that. We promote exhibitions. We participate in as many exhibitions as we can. There is going to be one tomorrow at the BACC. A few days ago, it was at the Siam Paragon in honor of the King's birthday. And we do quite a number of that. We also have what we call the gallery at 760 Sukhumvit Road, which is actually this embassy. If you notice, we put pictures on It's More Fun in the Philippines right outside on our perimeter wall.
I saw the poster coming.
Yes. We will change that at the end of this month, so you will get a different view and different look of the Philippines. We also do a lot of negotiations on agreements that we think will promote both Philippine and Thai relations. Part of my major role is to attend to the needs of Filipino nationals here. So our consular section issues passports. We also visas to foreign nationals, like Thai nationals going to the Philippines. Although Thais don't need visas for tourism and business purposes for 30 days. So we welcome all the Thais who want to visit, yes, for 30 days.
Vice versa also.
So we also attend to Philippine nationals who are in trouble. We have to visit prisons. I last visited the prisons last week to help those who are in need. So we do all of that within the year. But specifically in my particular case, I'm also the permanent representative to UN SCAP. So I attend all sorts of meetings at the SCAP.
That's right.
And the last one that I attended was on disaster risk reduction. That was more than a week ago. And at that point, I made an appeal and reiterated the Philippine position that we would like all countries to now look at all these disasters and see that climate change is a serious matter that has to be attended to. So in addition to that, I do attend various conferences on telecommunications. Thailand had a very successful telecommunications summit a few weeks ago. And the other activities connected with SCAP, and then activities connected with migration, with disaster risk reduction, amongst others. So I do a lot of that. I also visit a lot of institutions. This afternoon, right after this, I will be going to the Metropolitan Waterworks to see how the Thai government handles the waterwork system, because I'm very interested. Thailand is a very good example of many things that is important, many things which are important for developing countries. And I think Thailand presents a very good example in the self-sufficiency program, in rainmaking, in tourism, agriculture. You have very interesting programs which should serve as an example for many of us in the developing world.
Ambassador, I have been to your country also, several times. I also impressed with the beauty of your landscape and the people there. I feel that we share a lot of things in commons. And of course, you told us about your activity here. It seems handful. Have to look after the welfare of your people here. Bilateral relations with SCAP as well. But shall we come to talk a little bit about the recent, tragedy in a way. You talk about disaster. It seems to be quite more frequent now. Perhaps it's because of the news come very fast. In the old days, perhaps we had this sort of thing also, but it do not come through television or anything. Shall we talk a little bit more about the typhoon in your country, Yolanda or Haiyans? And I noticed that you went back to your countries. Could you tell us a little bit more? And the people in Thailand here, we share with you, the sympathy to the victims. And the Thai public had been, from early at the beginning, very sympathetic, and they tried to help. Not only that, I read the news also that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Thailand also became quite instrumental in gathering official support, coordinate with the public. Could you tell us a little bit more about this tragedy and what can ASEAN do to help, to make it a little bit more institutional in this area? Because we are both fellow ASEAN members.
Well, thank you, Dr. Somkiati, for asking. It was a tragedy that was unprecedented. I say unprecedented because it's probably the worst in recorded history where the typhoon of such strength actually made landfall. In the past, that was at sea, but it made landfall 6 times in the Philippines. And we anticipated a typhoon. As you know, we encounter 23 to 27 typhoons a year. We're used to typhoons. But our president went on air when he found out that this was going to be a monster typhoon. So he went on air a few days before, actually a series of interviews. And he pleaded for people to evacuate. 120,000 people evacuated on that first peak. Unfortunately, not many people understood what it means to have a storm surge.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe if we had said there would be a tsunami, then everybody would have evacuated.
That's right.
But it was not to be a tsunami, so we said, okay, there will be a storm surge, please evacuate the low-lying areas. 120,000 people evacuated. We pre-positioned 13,000 personnel preparing for the onslaught of the typhoon. We had 2 days supplies of food and necessities. Do you know where we pre-positioned them? In Tacloban, Leyte, and Cebu, exactly where the typhoon hit. So we lost all the supplies. The people became victims. The first responders became victims. It was most unfortunate because for 2-3 days we couldn't move. Normally we would be able to move faster because we have pre-positioned. And the winds were so strong. At its height, it's reported to have been about 350 kilometers winds and 375 kilometers gust winds. That was unforeseen. And I think that is a lesson that we have to learn, that this is becoming more frequent. Thailand had the tsunami. Thailand had floods in 2011. Again, in the south, there are unusual rains at this time of the year. Climate change has actually come upon us. As a consequence of that disaster, as of this morning, more than 5,900 people have died, both Filipinos and foreigners alike. There are still about 1,770 missing. Wow. 500,000 houses completely demolished. Another 500,000 damaged, partially damaged. So it's been monstrous and a real problem for us. But I would like to also mention that that's only a small part of the Philippines. The Philippines stretches over 1,000 kilometers from north to south. And there are many other beautiful places, which I would like to invite our Thai friends and other friends to visit. While we lost quite a number of the historical sites to the Typhoon Haiyan or Yolanda, but there are still, on the other side of the islands, there are like Cebu, we still have the beautiful beaches and mountains. Because the area of Tacloban Leyte and Cebu are usually not visited by typhoons. And I think that is also what made the people a little bit complacent because they said, well, all those guys in the north, the guys in the south, they get affected. We don't. Unfortunately, this time, that was not the case. It was a rare case. And that is maybe one of the indicators that times have changed. And we in ASEAN have to realize that. And I think we do. We already have the Asian Disaster Risk Reduction Center here and the ADPRC, and we've been quite active in that respect. Thailand has been hosting it for some time. The tsunami warning system is already in operation in the Asia-Pacific area.
That's
and
right.
Thailand and the Philippines are part of it. I think we need to have even closer cooperation and coordination in that regard. We've just finished the ASCAP conference on disaster risk reduction. And we continue to discuss various ways and means whereby we can reduce the risk because it is beyond the time of making hair-splitting discussions about disaster risk reduction and mitigation and adaptation. I think it is time that we not only have to adapt but also to mitigate.
Okay. Thank you, ambassadors, for telling us about that. But one good thing about it is that also brings, solidarity. The people get to know about the problems and get to be better prepared regionally and globally, for all these sort of natural disasters. We will come back again to talk some more about the Philippines and the beautiful part of the Philippines. Don't go away. Ambassadors, the typhoon Yolanda or Haiyans, bring us closer together. And as ambassador of the Philippines to Thailand, what have been, in your view, our solidarity, with your country? Could you tell us about the Thai response?
I think the Thai response has been really wonderful. The people have come forth so willingly. The government also. The message from His Majesty the King came very early on, a few days after the typhoon, and it was very heartwarming. He addressed a letter to President Benigno Aquino III and Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra opened an account, and there was a telethon on Thai PBS. A few days after, and just in that 1 hour 45 minutes, there were 83.4 million baht raised. And that was so heartwarming. And after that, more and more people actually have been donating through that cause. But more importantly, we received so many messages of condolence, of sympathy and solidarity. And I'm talking about people from elementary school to high school kids. The very first to come here to greet me and to express their condolence was a bunch of high school kids.
Okay.
And it was so heartwarming. It is not just about funds, it's the willingness of people to raise funds, to help, to be sympathetic, and to be really in solidarity with the Filipino people at this time of need. And I must say, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Ambassador, Thailand also shared the same experience. When the tsunami hit Thailand several years back,
with the sympathy of the whole world and from ASEAN country, from your ASEAN, from the Philippines as well. So, well, ambassadors, shall we talk a little bit more about your beautiful office here? When I came here, it was right on Sukhumvit Road. It's more or less in the central district. You know, it's, the land here, you know, quite huge. It's a gold mine in a way. You know, the price going up all the time. You know, of the land in Thailand. Can you tell us a little bit more about your embassy here? People probably would like to know that when they pass by this area, this is the Philippines in Thailand.
Yes, this is the Philippines in Thailand. And we are very pleased with the old structure that we have here. There are not too many places now that have this, this size and this historical building. It used to be owned by Princess Chalamnatra Mangala. And it's a beautiful place, for me at least. It was purchased in the 60s by the Philippine government, and we have maintained it so far, and we're hoping to keep it this way because we do appreciate the early 1900s architecture, which is represented by this building. And it is in a way historical and one of the few places left here. And we'd like people when they pass to see that this is part of the Philippines in Thailand. So we have put up a gallery. We call the gallery at 760 Sukhumvit Road. So we hope that when people come, they also look at the pictures of the different aspects of Philippine culture and scenery. So it is an invitation for Thais to go and visit
to the gallery.
Yeah.
It's run by your embassy.
Yes.
Gallery. Oh, that's good. It's a window for Thailand to know more. And how large the area here?
It's more than 8,000 square meters. I understand that's more than 2 rai.
Five.
More than 5 rai.
5 ไร่5 ไร่ครับ 5 ไร่ It's very large, you know, also here. I noticed when I look at the map that the soil here, it's called Philippine soil, you know,
Yes.
the lane. So identify with your embassy here.
Yes, it was named Soy Philippines during the inauguration of the centennial of Philippine Republic.
Okay. Ambassadors, perhaps we can talk a little bit more later at our next sessions about you know, trade, investment, and tourism in your beautiful countries. Stay with us, don't go away.